Roll on, highway, roll on along. Roll on, daddy, till you get back home. Roll on, family, roll on, crew. Roll on, mama, like I asked you to do. And roll on, 18-wheeler, roll on. Roll on! Well, it's Monday morning, he's kissing mama goodbye. He's up and gone with the sun. Daddy drives an 18-wheeler, and he's off on a Midwest run. And three sad faces gather around mama. They ask her when daddy's coming home. Daddy drives an 18-wheeler, and they sure miss him when he's gone. Yeah, they do. Ah, but he calls them every night and tells them that he loves them. He taught them this song to sing. Roll on, highway, roll on along. Roll on, daddy, till you get back home. Roll on, family, roll on, crew. Roll on, mama, like I asked you to do. And roll on, 18-wheeler, roll on. Roll on! Well, it's Wednesday evening. Mama's waiting.
Well, look who's back. All of us. Carrie G, I was thinking about you. I saw your picture with Teddy Gentry. You inspired me to put that song on. Cat's Hodgepodgery. We have been friends for over 2 years. Whoop, whoop, Brooks. Whoop, whoop, Brooks. Before I get to the show, I just got done talking to Pat Kay. She is my crystal ball. I am planning a fabulous true crime Halloween special. Now, last year I was really busy getting ready for Halloween, so I didn't really do anything spectacular. 2 years ago, I dressed as Candace Wells. I have a new get-up, and it will be a true crime creator. Now, it's going to be for the public, but only members can chat, okay? So you have between today, August 26th, to October 31st to save up 8 quarters. Well, by then, I think it would be it'd be like $4. Anyhow, who do you think I'm going to be? Kat said, are you going to go as Dolly Vision? I thought about that one. I thought about Lisa K. Ruitz, but is she a true crime creator? I don't know. That would actually be a really good idea. I think I have my gear ready. And Kat said, I'm reading your mind. Kat has mind control. Rapper, what's up? Sorry for the missed topic, but Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are now engaged. Again. I'll check my mailbox. And I didn't get no invitation to anything. Nothing. Kimberly Mann. Okay, Melanie's saying Dolly for sure. Jody Sue. You know, I gave up smoking a long time ago. Jody Sue would be really easy. Jean Ellen, Nancy Grace. Woo. Okay, that would be a great one. Kimberly Mann. Is it BHB? That would be, I have to find a wig though with some really fried hair. That would take me a while. True Crime Beat said, "Oh, Seth. I didn't know that he was a true crime creator, but thanks for playing along. And I don't have a fat suit. I promise it will be fun." Okay. Now let's get to the show. I'm telling you right now, you'll be very surprised who I'm going to be. It might even be, I might be coming up on Halloween pretending to be True Crime Beat. I might pretend to be Ziggy. Could you imagine Greg and I acting as Ziggy and Fred? Yeah, it will be funny. Prayer Garden's easy. All I got to do is copy her shit and just say, absolutely, right. That would be no fun. Yeah, that would be no fun. Kat said, seriously, Brooks, TCB, are you going to go vegan for Halloween? TCB's vegan every day. I'm the carnivore around here. That's me. Let's take a second and welcome everybody. And remember, this show is going to be very controversial. Thank you to all 61 of you that are here right now. And I'll tell you right now, this whole situation pisses a lot of people off. And since we're getting ready to welcome everybody, I want to know, what do vegans eat for Halloween? And we are back. I'm getting really used to these 2 shows a day. Are you guys liking it? Or are you just kind of like, there's other things to watch? And, oh, no. You work in California out there with, doing all that stuff. And Carrie said, loving it. Loving it. Joanne, yes. Now, tomorrow I'm going to use the other channel for our noon shows, for the noon show, because we're doing a throwback to All in the Family. Look at me, getting myself in trouble all the time. If you are not subscribed to the other channel, please do. It is really fun. Hang on. Just me. Just put it in, and I will pin that. Give me a second. Yeah. Anna said, I don't know that channel. Hang on. I'm trying to pin it. Damn it. It took me to the channel. Son of a bitch. I'm so tired of this stuff. Let's see. Now it's asking me if I want to remove just me as a moderator. No. I'll figure it out. Anyhow. It's okay. I want to talk about this case out of Florida. This has got me so heated. For one, I want everyone to close their eyes and forget that the man was in the United States of America illegally. Forget it. Moot point. Forget about his other accidents. Forget about the fact that there is no way he could pass a written test for a commercial driver's license. Put all that out of your mind. I want you to please concentrate on the fact that the state of California passed him through the CDL test. And during this show, I will tell you about when I tried to get a CDL. It was a hoot. Let me tell you something right now. It was something else. You're going to love that. You're going to love it. Let's go back 5 days ago and we'll get to it. This is from the New York Post. This is not my content. I don't work for the New York Post, and I don't know Governor DeSantis.
No, we had a terrible thing happen in St. Lucie County where you had an illegal alien who was driving this big tractor truck and decided to try to do a U-turn where they have the official use only. Those are little gaps in the highway for highway patrol and law enforcement. And that was obviously a total disaster to even try that. You had a car coming that ran into it and 3 Floridians were killed. This was somebody that was issued that CDL actually in 2 different states, Washington State and in California, and should have never obviously been behind the wheel. Doesn't even speak English. You gotta, if you want to drive, you gotta know the road signs and stuff, and it's just the reality. So it was a really horrible thing. He, at the time, there was not any eyewitnesses. He didn't speak English. So they got the all the facts they could. But then when they got the videotape, they saw. So immediately he fled to California, obviously sanctuary state. He was able to be detained in California. And so today I'm sending Florida's new Lieutenant Governor, Jay Collins, to California. And tomorrow morning, he is going to take possession of.
Okay, let me explain why this is a crime. Okay. Now, let's say you get into your Toyota, your Honda, your Hyundai, your Ford, your Chevy, whatever, and you see a sign like this that says, no U-turn, official use only. That means if you want to turn around, you don't get to go through there. That is for ambulance. Fire wouldn't use it because they're too big. Troopers, police, things like that. If you decide that you're going to go through it, you're hurting law enforcement. You're really hurting law enforcement. As a commercial driver, aka professional driver, not only do you have to know how to drive, back, and everything like that, you have to know how to speak English. There are many reasons why. For one, you have to read the manifests you're given. You have to read the bill of ladings. You have to know what is put on your truck. You have to read signs like this that say official use only. I think we all know the difference between who's official and who's not. When you are going through, I would say, where they're working on roads and there's a sign blinking and it says detour, drivers, take exit, I'll just throw out a number, 220. CDL drivers, take exit 241. You have to know. You have to know that. Now, some people, 2.5 million people who are wrong, are saying it was just an accident. These people were beheaded, okay? Now, let's say your old friend Brooks decides to use one of these turnarounds. For one, I'd be caught in a split second. True. And I would have a big ass fine. However, if I did that on the turnpike, on the interstate, somebody else would probably hit me in my passenger side and bump me around or maybe roll my car. That's probably what would happen. You do it in a semi truck, someone gonna die. And they did. 3 people are dead. 3 people are dead. When law enforcement showed up, they realized this guy didn't know a damn lick of English. He couldn't understand anything they were giving him. How did the state of California give him a CDL? Why did the Secretary of Transportation in 2018 say absolutely not? And then the Secretary of Transportation in 2022 said, oh yeah, that's fine. Fine by us. The dude took out a fucking bridge and was still allowed to drive by the state of California. Official use only. People are calling it politics. People are calling it racist. No, this is about your safety. This is about Susan's safety, Jean's safety, V. Oakley's safety, Ilyanka's safety, True Crime Beat's safety, May's safety. This is about our safety.
Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins to California, and tomorrow morning he is going to take possession of this illegal alien, extradite him back to the state of Florida, and we're going to throw the book at him when he gets back here for what he did. So you can count on that.
Now, they're going to say, mind you, this was days ago. They're going to say that's too harsh. People are being racist. Everyone's allowed to be here. Everyone's allowed to be here. So be it. Forget that he doesn't, just forget about his status as a citizen. Put that out of your mind. He doesn't speak English. He can't interpret. He doesn't even know what's on his trailer. He doesn't even understand. He doesn't get it. Exquisite said, I'm in the truck with my husband now on the road. He's a professional CDL driver. Good for him. She said, this man did not need to be driving, not even a car. Everything about this is wrong. Let me have a round of applause for Exquisite. That's what I'm talking about. We know the difference. I want a round of applause for Exquisite and her husband. And the most racist thing that people say is, Brooks, it's always, people are always going after the Mexicans. He's just Mexican. I'm like, listen, don't be fucking with the Mexicans. You know why? Because I love Mexican food. I love Mexican food. It's always the Mexicans. And I'm like, no. He is from India. He does not speak English. And this slave labor that these other states are doing, where they bring people in and they're like, oh, you don't have to be a citizen, but I'm going to pay you not even close to a living wage. That is disgusting. Not in my America. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
When he gets back here for what he did. So you can count on that.
True Crime Beat. I got your boyfriend on the page. That's his O face. Was he dropping down on you, True Crime Beat? What's going on there? That's his O face. We know where to pause it. My goodness. True crime beat. That's your governor.
Now, we are here to discuss something that both the Attorney General and I are going to be pursuing in conjunction, hopefully, with the Trump administration, and that involves the count of Florida in the most recent census. I think most people know we were undercounted in that census. In fact, I remember when the first Trump administration was leaving office in January of 2021, I spoke with people at the Commerce Department, and they said Florida is going to get 2 additional seats in Congress as a result of that census, which was basically the 2010 through 2020 population growth. Turns out, new administration takes office. We end up getting 1 seat, state of Florida.
Okay. I want to know what you think. Do you think the state of Florida is being too harsh on this man, Harjinder Singh, that illegally got a commercial driver's license, cannot speak English, now people like my husband, my son, my stepson, my uncle, another uncle who bring goods and products to warehouses to come to you to go on your store shelves are being stopped at DOT stations. They are. Because ICE agents are having to make sure that they can speak English and that they actually have a legitimate CDL. Now, let me tell you about your old buddy Brooks. I went to a school. I had a great idea. Y'all love my great ideas, don't you? Let's get to some breaking news. This is one of Brooks's great ideas. All right, years ago, I'd say it was like 2019, I had a great idea. I said, I'm going to go to truck driving school and I'm going to team drive with my husband. Mind you, he's way better than me at it. Okay, I didn't have a problem with the written test. I actually did pretty good in school. Don't tell anybody. I could drive it fine. Remember, truck drivers, I'm not talking Ford, Dodge, or Chevy, CDL, like big trucks, do not ever have a right of way. They have to wait on everybody. Okay, so that was one thing that took me a little bit of time to understand. I could offset, I could straight back, couldn't parallel park to save my cat's ass. I was told in class, I can't tell you how many times, they said, when you get to your company, I don't care what your safety department says. You never make any knee-jerk reaction to get out of anything. If you honestly need to make a U-turn, you yourself call the police and they will shut off traffic. True story. My husband had to do it. Were we in Baytown, Texas? Baytown, Texas. He knew he couldn't go any further because they had bridge construction. He knew he had to turn around. So they brought out the police. It took them like 2 hours because this is not like a pressing matter. Okay, it's really not. And so they shut off traffic and they guided him around. It is extremely dangerous when a semi does a U-turn. For one, trucks are slow and cars are fast. Okay. There is a huge lawsuit against Werner Enterprises. I'm sure you've seen their trucks. This guy was on the side of the road. He was done with his 10-hour, or he was taking his 10-hour, but he didn't have out all the stuff he was supposed to have to mark that he's on the side of the road. Well, this lady with 3 kids in the back ran into the back of him. True story. Now, some people would say, well, she's the idiot that ran into him. No. It was his fault, 100%. Our friend Skeeter was stopped in traffic, bobtailed, which means he did not have his trailer on. This guy rammed into the back of him. Now, Skeeter didn't get in trouble. The company didn't get in trouble. But let me tell you what, that kingpin knocked his ass into the other fucking planet. These trucks are totally different than what we drive. There's a reason. But when I was in class, they said you never, ever, ever make a U-turn. You call the police. And if you have to back, again, get assistance. You only have 2 mirrors. You're not looking out. You can't look out the back window. You can't do it. And when they say, well, they have to I see the arguments, people saying, well, they know the difference between a triangle, that's a yield sign, and they know, Brooks, they know an octagon means stop. Bitch, they're not delivering Amazon. They're on the interstates, they're on the turnpikes, they're on the highways. These are totally different. These are signs that you and I don't pay attention to. What you really have to look for as a commercial truck driver. Oh, hold on. Ernie wants the link. Okay. I've been worried about Ernie. Give me a second. I just sent it, honey. Is when they have those flashing signs that say up ahead, they're doing road construction or detour or can't go across this bridge because it's icy, that type of stuff. English is important. It really is. I'm not going to lie. It's important. And this is not a new law. This has nothing to do with Orange Man bad. Okay, there's the link. This has nothing to do with Orange Man bad. Orange Man's hurting people. This has been part of the FMCSA for years. Somehow it got corrupted.
That DOT put out a rule that indicated that we were going to take out of service truck drivers who were not proficient in speaking the English language. We announced that in May, and it was going to go in, it did go into effect at the end of June. Now, when we did that, there was a lot of press that complained to us that we were being unfair to people, that we were being mean to people. And what we said was, no, this is a safety issue. Making sure drivers of very heavy 80,000-pound rigs can speak the language is truly a critical safety issue. And some complained about it.
Safety, not racism. Safety, not racism. Does anyone have an issue with this law that has been on the books forever and a day? I don't.
We implemented it at the end of June, and all of us in America saw what happened in Florida.
Okay, Ernie's connecting. Ernie, oh no, I heard that you had a horrible accident. How are you?
Okay, Brooks, how you doing?
Good. I tried to send you a message. I guess you're really looking at this. What do you think about how people are signing the petition and that truck driver shouldn't have to speak English?
Right. I looked at it a little bit. I ain't got to see much of it. Well, it's like Kentucky. Kentucky's giving a legal driver's license out too. They're paying $200 a piece for driver's license, and they're bringing illegals in and everything with it. They got hit with that. But you talk about truck driving. You have to understand too. When you're in a tough situation, and you got a heavy load. You just can't. Also, you can't stop on the dime. It don't happen like that. But like you're saying, people's trying to give this guy a break and everything. It's going to come up on a couple of different factors, I believe. Like a lot of it's going to be, this guy don't even speak English, so I mean that's kind of I don't know. I mean, it's kind of puzzling me right now. It's kind of.
Well, now if you're in pain, you don't have to stay. I've been trying to get a hold of you. I'm very sorry about what happened.
I'm on pain medicine. I'm on a lot of pain medicine right now. But yeah, I mean, with me, like I just got done talking to the sheriff's department. They're supposed to call me back there in a minute, and I don't know. I got prescriptions for everything I'm on, so it's all going to be okay.
But this petition is saying that people that are here illegally should be able to work. I get it. It's called a work visa, but that would be legal. That would be legal. That would be legal. And a work visa is legal. Absolutely. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's legal. But part of the petition is they shouldn't have to speak English. That makes no sense.
I mean, to be honest with you, if it's illegal, it's illegal. And if they're obtaining an illegal driver's license and illegal CDLs, I mean, that's just a making for an accident, a bad accident. Because it's school. In truck driving school, they teach you everything you need to know, what you're going to need to know on the road, even some of the stuff you'll never use probably. But, it's there. Like you said, with your parallel parking, that's something, it goes plumb out the window. You hardly ever do it.
Well, that's the reason I failed my test 3 times. And guess what? They sent me packing. I was like, okay, great. All right. So this is not a new law. Let's look at this.
Very heavy 80,000-pound rigs can speak the language is truly a critical safety issue. And some complained about it. We implemented it at the end of June. And all of us in America saw what happened in Florida, where we had an individual who we tested this individual after the crash, but no doubt could not speak the English language and could not understand road signs when he was operating that very deadly rig. And so we at DOT and Federal Motor Carriers, we are not going to tolerate states that don't comply with the rules that come from this department. And so we are going to, first of all, we've identified several states that have not been in compliance. That would be Washington, California, and New Mexico. Those are the three states that have not complied with this rule, which, by the way, this driver in Florida had received a CDL in Washington, California, and was pulled over in July for speeding, and no doubt couldn't speak the English language. And law enforcement in New Mexico did not take his rig out of service. So this one driver touched all 3 states. Based on our review, they are not complying with our rule. And so phase 1 for us, which I'm announcing today, is we are going to give these states 30 days to come into compliance with truck drivers speaking proficiently the English language, or we're going to look at federal funding that they receive under the motor carrier.
FMCSA, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. Who here wants to be unsafe on the interstate?
Break it up, Brooks.
Actually, it's you, hun. You have a lot of background noise. I have a feeling it's your hospital equipment. It's okay, hun. Mary said, oh my God, he was pulled over before. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He actually went through a scene where they were rebuilding the bridge, and he knocked part of the bridge out. He should not have been driving. I mean, I don't understand the argument. I guess the argument is they don't think he should go to jail because it's a simple accident. If it was your family, forget that he's from another country. Forget about all that. If it was your family that was basically beheaded, would you say, oh, it's a simple accident? I don't think you would. I don't think you would.
Safety assistance program. So I believe California is 20 million or 30 million? 30 million.
And I want to know why certain states are not complying with this, saying no, they don't need to know English. Our signs are in English. I am not saying that Harjinder Singh meant to do this. I am not saying that for a minute. And what he is charged with is called vehicular homicide, because what he did killed 3 people. And don't forget, there's other people in the hospital.
Washington is 10 million, and New Mexico is 7 million. Jesse will confirm that in a second, but these are millions of dollars. By the way, this is phase 1. There are other actions that we can take to make sure states comply. And hopefully in the next 30 days, we won't have to withhold any money from them.
Well, tonight, major.
And it is a major controversy, and I don't understand the controversy. I don't understand it. Just Me said, how was he insured? You asked an amazing question. Okay, let me ask you guys about your auto insurance. We use AAA, okay? So if old Brooks causes an accident and someone has to go to the hospital, it will pay out $100,000, truth, and repair their car. That's what our insurance policy covers. When you have a commercial driver's license, let me tell you something right now. What Greg's company goes through with their insurance would knock your socks off. True story, it would. Okay? It is $1 million. So no matter where he came from, that insurance company has quite the problem on their hands. Now, this company out of California, who knew their driver, and by the way, their business license has been pulled. That came from the way up. Way up. Okay? it's going to be quite a battle with this insurance company, a big one, because insurance companies don't like to pay shit. And they're going to say, we didn't know. We didn't know. And then there's a family in Florida that's going to say, I don't care what you knew. 3 people in my family were beheaded under a truck. So it's not just $1 million, it's $1 million per incident. 3 people, $3 million. Now, I spoke briefly about this on Friday, and boy, I love comments. I live for comments. I do. I love them. A lady asked me, not going to say who, I actually don't know who this person is, that said, well, are they going to replace the car? I had to sit back a little bit and think about it. Do you need a car in heaven? Could you imagine? Hey, Jesus, can I bum a ride? I'm waiting on Progressive to get me a new car and get mine out of the shop. Oh, I've got it now, Jesus. Beep, beep. Jesus, move over. I'm busy. I've got to go see one of the angels. Are you kidding me? Some people don't pay attention. That's okay. This was allowed, and it's disgusting. All right, so this is the petition. You want to sign it? Good for you. In my opinion, petitions don't go anywhere. All right. More than 2.5 million people have signed a petition urging Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to show leniency towards Harjinder Singh, the truck driver accused. There's no accusation. It's been caught on camera of causing a crash that killed 3 people last week. They seem to forget about the other people that were injured. The petition chain posted on change.org calls for both DeSantis and the Florida Board of Executive Clemency to re-examine the case against Singh, arguing he did not have criminal intent or history. No one's saying he had criminal intent. You know, when someone gets behind the wheel and they're drunk and they kill someone and they get something called vehicular homicide, it's basically the same thing. No one's sending him to death row. No one is saying he is getting a capital punishment. It is vehicular homicide. The 28-year-old man from India, who the U.S. Marshal Service says entered the country illegally in 2018, was charged with 3 state counts of vehicular homicide and immigration violations, and he was denied bond on all charges. He faces up to 45 years in prison. Do the math. 3 people, 3 charges of vehicular homicide. Sorry, that's how it goes. Officials said he was operating a commercial semi-truck with a trailer on the Florida Turnpike in Fort Pierce, about 50 miles north of West Palm Beach on August 12th when he, I hate the word allegedly, but hey, it's part of theirs, attempted a U-turn in an unauthorized area. That's the reason you have to know English. Does anyone have an issue with public safety? Because I damn sure know I don't. I don't. And I think you guys have seen those turnoffs where it says official use only. A minivan in the neighboring lane was unable to avoid the truck's trailer and slammed into it, killing a 37-year-old woman from Pompano Beach, a 54-year-old man from Miami, and a 30-year-old driver from Florida City. Days after Singh was arrested in California last Monday, the lieutenant governor of Florida personally escorted him back to the state. Since then, now it's 2.6 million people have signed the petition asking DeSantis to commute any possible sentence. Why? Why? True Crime Beat, you live in Florida. What are they saying in your area? Good afternoon, Angie Gibson. This is insane. 2.6 million people are pissing on the 3 people that were killed and many others that are injured. How does that make sense? How does it make sense, my friends? Let's look at this.
Has sparked a crackdown on truck drivers here in the state of Florida. This driver was in the country illegally, but he still had a CDL. Fox 35's Marley Capper is going to show us what the state is now doing to make sure these drivers.
True Crime Beat said, I don't know who the hell is signing this. Lisa K. Ruitz. Fucking idiots like that. They really are. They don't care about human decency. They really don't. They don't care about people's lives. All they see is color, and people are being mean because that person might be a little different. That is not how most people I know roll. We do not. I'm sorry. At least not around me.
Are here in this country legally.
A devastating scene on the Florida Turnpike last week has turned into a crackdown on illegal immigrants driving in the state of Florida.
Someone that never should have been given a driver's license, much less a CDL license.
Investigators say 3 people died after a man driving an 18-wheeler made an illegal U-turn on the turnpike on August 12th.
This accident happened because of Joe Biden's failed border policies and immigration policies.
In 2023, Florida passed a law making it illegal for undocumented people to get a driver's license.
And if you have obtained a driver's license from one of these sanctuary states like California, Washington, those licenses are no good here.
And now we have a problem. Let me tell you why. Because people that have legitimate, that they have earned, commercial driver's licenses are being held up at DOT weigh stations to make sure they are legal. I'm going to try to call my friend Gina real quick and see what she thinks. Give me a second. Hey, Gina. I'm doing a show right now. I told you about that guy in Florida that doesn't speak English.
Right.
That killed all those people. Now, they're putting ICE agents at all these DOT weigh stations. What do you think about that?
I think they should. I think they, in Florida, but not all over the country, just in Florida, right? I think
they're having to do
Florida,
it everywhere.
California.
Yeah, California, Washington, but they don't know where all these damn licenses are coming from. So it's going to affect all of you.
Yeah, it's going to affect if we don't speak English and don't know how to read and write English. But yeah, that would be bad. That wouldn't be that's probably what they need. Because another person did an illegal turn up in New Jersey. So that's probably what they need, because they don't know how to read and write in English and shit. So let their asses put them in there and stuff, because that was horrible what they did to them people. Them people died horrific.
That's what I'm talking about.
That truck hit.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And those little turnoffs, and they're only for like troopers and ambulance.
Right.
He tried to wiggle that big rig through there and killed all those people.
Right. In 2 seconds, I look at the video and I was like, it took them 2 seconds to kill them people for that truck, that van to hit.
And they're not even talking about all the other people that were injured in the pileup.
Oh, I didn't know it was a pileup.
Oh, yeah, it became that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but he came from the fucking right lane and tried to make a left. Like, he didn't even look. He just turned. And it's weird. And the weird shit about it is I can see in my mirror if I'm looking ahead. I still see in my mirror straight. Like there's a car to me right now. I'm looking at it on my front mirror and my side mirror and my blind spot mirror. I can see that shit. He hit them people. Them people who were in the left lane going is probably the same speed he was and turn.
I know.
Reaction time.
Well, what I can't get over is 2.5
You can't turn
million.
the truck at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah,
You can't even turn the truck at 55 like that.
Hell no.
I'm surprised he didn't tip. I'm surprised he didn't tip over.
That's what I was wondering too. What an idiot! And I don't give a rat's ass where he's from. I don't give a rat's ass if he's from planet Jupiter. He doesn't.
Right.
He can't obey the rules of the road. And what pisses me off is 2.5 million people, Gina. 2.5 million people have signed this petition saying that he should have leniency and truck drivers should not have to speak English. That is pissing me off to no end. So what? So now Gina's got to learn 7 languages?
I ain't learning shit. I learned what I learned in school, and that's it. If you're in a different country, if you're in their country, yeah, you should learn their language. But you over here in the United States, we speak English over here. Our signs are in English.
Yep.
Most of them, you know, yeah.
Well, and I'm looking at this sign right now. It says official use only. And it has a big... Oh. I lost Gina. She'll call back. Oh, there she is. Hey, sorry. I'm looking at this sign right now. And it's got a U-turn with a big...
Yeah.
No it's U-turn. Crossed out, and it says official use only. Well, that's not for him.
Right. They got him now because he tried to flee. These people making me mad. They did my DOT yesterday, and all my lights is on now. Like, what the fuck? What did y'all do to my truck? I've never had this many lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's good. Go. It's good. Go. I said, what the fuck? Yeah, so and then the fuel and stuff, I only got 1 fuel tank. Remember I told you, he's like, yeah, that's because the gas tank shifted. Oh, y'all just now telling me that? Okay. I'm going to go up here and fuel probably at the Iowa 80 if I got enough fuel. And then, you know, I got to go up to Cincinnati.
Well, I tell you what, if people get their way, I'll be getting you that Rosetta Stone for Christmas, and you're going to have to learn 7 different languages.
No, I don't. I'm too old to learn all them languages. That's what people who don't speak English. That has nothing to pertain to me. Let me see. Trying to get out of Iowa. Where's Greg at today?
I don't know. I'll call him in a second. I had a question. Someone said the trailer must have been full, keeping it from flipping. How do you keep your trailer from flipping? He was hauling dog food, Gina.
Yeah, it's heavy and it stinks. Ugh. Yeah, that's heavy.
So he killed all those people over a bunch of goddamn gravy train?
Yeah, he went the wrong. He probably missed his turn and said, "Oh, I'm just gonna make a U-turn here." So, yep, that's probably what it was.
So I mean, you as a professional truck driver, if you have to turn around, what do you do? Do you get off on an exit and go back in, or you would never do that?
No, I would never do that. I would go to the next exit. It's not that serious. If a sign say no U-turn, you don't fucking turn right there. You go on to the next exit. Everybody know that. I mean, it's convenient to turn around. Yeah, next to you coming up, on the side of you coming up. You know, no, you going down to the next exit. Usually, the next exit is the turn. You just turn that left. And then it'd be like another exit coming right back on the highway. So
well, and the FMCSA said when those people hit the side of his truck, it would have been easier hitting a brick wall because brick will break. A tractor trailer will not.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, I'm just not getting out of Iowa. I've been here since Friday. I'm not even out of Iowa yet. I got my load today. I've been here since Friday.
All right, let me go back to this. I want you to hear this.
Yeah.
At a press conference Monday, Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services Commissioner Wilton Simpson announced a new partnership with the feds. The state's agricultural inspection stations will help identify undocumented drivers.
Ag law is not just looking for agricultural bugs, but we're also looking for drugs and thugs.
His team has already made 150 arrests this year. They have 23 stations.
Are you going back to Florida anytime soon? Because they're going to hold you up. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know, because I'm a straight thug. No, I ain't going to Florida.
Okay.
I hope not. I hope they, this next load will take me down to, will take me through Ohio. It's almost time for me to go home next week.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, hopefully not. No, I hate Florida. There's nowhere to park either. We only get 1 hour of personal conveyance now. That's some, they turn it on and off. They're like, yeah, I'm like, okay, well, I get it. But you know what? If I'm somewhere and ain't no parking, and because our dispatcher like to send us out at 11 o'clock at night to pick up loads, then what we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all going to find us parking? You going to stay on this phone while you at home in the bed with your wife?
Mm-hmm.
You going to find us parking? Is that what we going to do? Is that what we doing? They didn't want to hear that. Because I was like, yeah, there's been plenty of places I couldn't park.
I'm telling you. And it's hard to get loads out of Florida.
Right.
They'll deadhead you all the way to freaking Georgia to pick something up from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Everyone look at this body cam of what happened.
Accused of causing a deadly crash on the turnpike is being extradited to Florida at this hour to face charges.
The undocumented immigrant was personally escorted onto the plane by Florida's lieutenant governor. CBS News Miami's Naja Sherman joins us live in studio with what's next. Naja?
Lauren and Elliot, Florida Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins flew to Stockton, California today to accompany him back to Florida. Take a look at this video. You can see the Lieutenant Governor escorting Harjinder Singh onto a plane headed to Florida. Officials say he is the truck driver accused of killing 3 people from South Florida last week on the...
Why do they keep saying accused? His ass did it.
Mm-hmm. Martine, I see you, Martine. So, yeah. Well, are you live, Brooks?
Yeah. We're talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you have a ton of compliments. Wicked Witch said, "Oh my God, I love her. She's hilarious." Everybody likes you better than me. Mary Lopez says, "I love this lady." Do you all like Gina better than me? It won't hurt my feelings. We're watching this right now, and the way he tried to flip that bitch, V. Oakley said, "Love you, Gina." Mary Lopez said, "If he tried to run, there should be more charges." It's one thing after another. Y'all watch this.
He did try to run. They wouldn't got his ass. That's the thing he get. But the funny part about it, you know how they are. I'm not a racist person or anything, but those people are like, they annoy the hell out of me at the trucks. They remember that they like to touch your truck. I'm like, leave me alone. I don't need you trying to pull my tandems. I'm not to pull my own damn tandems.
Mm-hmm.
They don't respect women as truck drivers. I'm like, well, okay, whatever, So now when I get out, I act like I'm checking my tires, and I take my little bat with me, and I'm like, yeah, get away, because they'll try to move your tandems for you, do all kind of stuff for you. Don't touch my truck. Get away. They're disrespectful. They cut me in line at a few hours. I've never seen another truck pull in front of another truck like that in my life.
That was really, really rude.
That is rude. Yeah.
And I was so mad when your wallet was stolen. And I kept calling that TA, and I said, pull the cameras.
They said the cameras didn't work.
Yeah, of course the cameras don't work when there's a crime. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Yeah.
I was pissed.
So
okay, you guys watch how he flips this.
Turnpike and Fort Pierce. The Florida Department of Highway Safety says that he tried to make a U-turn in an unauthorized location in the middle of the road. The semi-truck crossed directly in front of a minivan. 2 passengers in the minivan died at the scene. The driver was taken to the hospital, where he later died of his injuries.
Insane.
Now, that minivan basically went under that trailer.
Mm.
And I
2 seconds.
understand that
2
he
seconds.
doesn't understand English. I get that part.
But
How
his face
did
had
he
no
get
remorse,
how
though.
did
you see his-
he get a license? How did he pass the written test in California?
Do you know that his face had no remorse or anything when it hit? I'd have been screaming, crying, like, "Oh my God, what happened?" I'd have been doing. He had no remorse. It makes me wonder.
Well, you remember that those truck drivers? There was 3 in the truck, and they had that hole cut out, and only 2 had a CDL. Okay, I think this was in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And they were taking turns. They didn't want to stop the truck. They would stop to fuel.
And they would take piss and shit down the road like
Yeah,
cows.
exactly. Piss and shit. They were pooping through that hole. Okay. And that motorcycle driver hit that Muslim turd, and he went floating off into the ditch. And they were like, "How'd this shit wind up on the highway?" It was them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sirree, Bob. It's crazy.
The 3 victims are from South Florida, but their names have not been released. He returned to California after the accident.
We're here in California because when this tragic accident happened and 3 Floridian lives were lost, he fled back to California, where in 2018 he illegally crossed the border, came here, and ended up getting a commercial driver's license.
So he was told no in 2018, Gina.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg, says, "Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let him drive. It's not that big of a deal." What did it take you to get your commercial driver's license?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I had to go to school and I had to go to training.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had to be on a truck with somebody, their truck, their rules and stuff. Yeah, it took a lot. Like, I was on the truck for like 6 weeks. I wasn't on the truck for like 3 weeks like everybody. I was on that truck for 6 weeks. Because the first, I had a fender bender, so they gave me a couple more weeks and stuff, but that was fine, though. But yeah, it took a lot. It takes a lot. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And I'm really tired of, this insanity. 2.6 million people now have signed this petition saying truck drivers should not have to speak English, and it doesn't matter if they're here illegally. So how about you do this? Let's do a test. I can get Gina a plane ticket to Kenya, and she can go there and she can drive commercially. And guess what they'll do? They'll boot her right out. It would be a great show, don't you think, Gina?
Mm-hmm. I'm not flying to Kenya, though. I ain't flying anyway. I don't like to fly. No.
I'm
okay with Kenya.
This shit don't fly anywhere else. 2.6 million people are against safety regulations on our highways, where we drive our parents to the doctor, how we transport our kids, how we go to the store, how we go to wherever we're going. You've got to be kidding me. Well, safety is a safety reason it's there for a reason.
2018, he illegally crossed the border, came here, and ended up getting a commercial driver's license.
Investigators say Singh failed both his English and road sign tests during today's news conference. Collins also criticized California Governor Gavin Newsom's.
What's up, Gina?
He had to pay for his CDL then. He paid somebody.
Well, he had to pay
legal.
somebody to take that written test. And the truth is, he was keeping paper logs. You are so right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think anyone who's done this for a minute that knows if your electronic logs go down, then you keep a paper log. And then after that, you have to get it going. He was running off nothing but paper.
Oh, yeah, he was cheating his logs all day long. Then we know this.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You know,
all it
they
was.
shut
He
down
was
that
cheating his
they
logs.
shut down that place outside of Laredo where they were giving out a commercial driver's license.
Immigration policies. Live in the studio, Naja Sherman, CBS News, Miami.
Disgusting. Disgusting. And other truck drivers are speaking out about this. And of course, everyone's going to blame, Trump. This has been the law for a long time. And this one lady in South Florida is talking about how that's how it should be the whole time. Listen to this, Gina.
Tonight, major controversy among truckers after an executive order is requiring them to pass English literacy tests.
The order.
It's not an executive order. It was already on the books. It was reversed a few years ago. When did you get your CDL?
2016.
And you had to speak English, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why the hell was that reversed a few years ago?
Yeah. So they can get more trucks on the road. But I was saying, I feel like, hey, all these illegal truck drivers and stuff, get off the road. More room for us at the truck stops. Get them off the road. What are you open? Yeah, more room for us at the truck stops.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you want to get them right. Because, you pay to get your CDL. You're paying. You don't know nothing about how to maneuver this truck. Believe me, you don't. Paying for that. That's crazy to me.
No. And it's not about politics. It's about, this is the law.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with politics.
Hell, you want to drive a truck in Mexico, you better know freaking Spanish.
Right.
You better know it.
And know their signs. Know what their signs mean.
That's what I'm talking about.
You got to know. You can't just, let me tell y'all, everybody like, oh, anybody can drive a truck. I like to see y'all try it. I like to see y'all actually try it. For real. If it was legal, I would like to see y'all really try it. Just don't come on the highway I'm on because it's not legal.
Remember when I went through truck driving school and I was having a problem and I asked if you would train me and you said, hell no, because I want to live.
Did I say that? I did not say that, Brooks. I said, no, I'm having problems myself. I was brand new. Hey, I was like brand new. No. Like right now, people be like, oh, can you help me back? I'm like, I'm not helping you. I don't want to be responsible for none of your accidents. Then you coming after me. Nope. I'm not a professional trainer.
Well, I just said, because I didn't want to drive with Greg, and at the time you guys were driving with the same company, I said, maybe you can train me, and you said, hell no, because I want to live.
I don't remember that, but okay, I might have said it. I might have said that, yeah.
Either way, it was hilarious, and I failed my test 3 times. And there's a reason for that. And how this guy got through, I'll never know. Now, listen to these other drivers that, I don't know why they keep blaming Trump. This has been on the books for a long time. He just reinstated it.
Puts specific focus on road safety. CBS News Miami's Elon Taylor joins us from a truck stop in Davie with reaction.
A federal law requiring English proficiency for commercial drivers already existed. But according to President Trump, it had not been enforced in years. And he claims that made the roads less safe.
That's it. He just reinstated a law. And let me tell you what, when you rewatch this show, you're going to know what this truck stop is. This place is disgusting.
Russell Rocha has been a truck driver for 17 years.
We need to open the door to opportunity for everybody.
While he says there is a need for drivers, Rocha sees the logic behind the executive order signed by President Donald Trump on Monday.
If you can't read or understand a certain sign that's a little dangerous, it could affect all of us.
The new order requires truckers to demonstrate proficiency using the English language before getting behind the wheel. According to the executive order, proficiency means drivers can read and understand traffic signs.
Simple. Proficiency in English. Professional drivers. They're not talking about my neighbor Linda. They're not talking about my neighbor Donovan. We're not talking about people that are just going over to Doc's Country Mart to get some ribs for Labor Day. They're talking about professional drivers should be able to read, understand traffic signs, and communicate with traffic safety, border patrol, agriculture checkpoints. I would call that common sense.
Absolutely.
Signs and communicate with traffic safety, border patrol, and agricultural checkpoints, as well as others.
Es una ley inefasta.
It's an awful law, Yoman Rivera told me.
En mis 15 años como camionero.
In my 15 years as truck driver, I never had an issue with English. Rivera claims he recognized the signs and communicated with officers with his limited English.
First off,
but according to Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, there are documented cases where drivers' inability to read signs and speak the language may have contributed to a series of fatal accidents.
We have to watch out for lives. I mean, that's most important, right?
It depends on how many people are affected and how many people decide to exit the industry because of this.
Rivera says he's already seen many truck drivers putting their trucks on sale. He also says the consumer is the one who will suffer. Rocha agrees.
It would affect the consumer by not picking up on time, by not delivering on time, or in between transit from shipping to receiving.
So U.S. Secretary of Transportation will begin taking action to see who is not complying with the requirements 60 days from yesterday. Drivers who are found not in compliance could be taken out of service.
Mm-hmm. If you don't understand the English language, how would you read the manifest? The bill of lading?
Right.
Deanna said they would never get a CDL here in Louisiana. I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so. It has nothing to do with where you come from or how well. We're not asking, no one's asking for a damn English professor. Are we, Gina?
No, we just need for you to understand, the road signs and, your Bill of Ladins and all that stuff, yeah. Just, understand all that, turn the signs and all that.
Christy said Swift Carriers is a big employer to these people. I've heard that before. Now listen to this lady, Gina.
President Trump signed an executive order this week that enforces English proficiency for truck drivers. NBC4's Christian Costa is live at a truck stop in the Cooper Valley with some of the drivers' reactions. Christian, what are they saying?
Well, Michael, I have to tell you, we spoke to several truck drivers.
Hold on, let me show you. They are, let's see. I'll tell you in a second.
Some of the drivers' reactions. Christian, what are they saying?
Well, Michael, I have to tell you, we spoke to several truck drivers as they were fueling up across the street here.
Jurupa Valley at the Pilot.
Oh, okay.
At this rest stop on Van Buren Boulevard about this new language policy. Now,
no, I'm sorry. It's a Flying J, the one with the Wendy's over it. Has the Wendy's that never melts the cheese on their hamburgers. That one.
Oh, okay.
Now, many of them did not want to go on camera, but they tell us the policy was racist and targets a select group of drivers, while another group of drivers, they tell us not speaking English, they say is a major safety issue on the roads. One by one, truck drivers fuel up at this rest stop off the 60 freeway in Jurupa Valley before heading back on the road
like Zamara Diaz.
We run like 300 miles per day.
Diaz has been driving semi-trucks like this one for almost a decade. And her biggest challenge, she says, is not the semi itself.
I saw a lot of drivers. I saw a lot of people. They don't see the signs, or they cannot read the sign. They say about the speed or.
This week, President Trump signed an executive order for all commercial drivers to be proficient in English.
And I feel bad for this woman because I was looking at the comments and they were like, well, she doesn't understand English either. That's her accent. Okay.
I don't know. I think did she mess the question up or something?
No, I think she was answering everything perfectly. I don't know why. I mean, you know how people are in the comments. I mean, everyone's got something to say. I think she's spot on. She obviously knows what she's talking about.
For almost a decade. And her biggest challenge, she says, is not the semi itself.
I saw a lot of drivers. I saw a lot of people. They don't see the signs, or they cannot read the sign. They say about the speed or.
This week, President Trump signed an executive order for all commercial drivers to be proficient in English, which is a current requirement, but not enforced. The U.S. Transportation Secretary, Sean Duffy, saying federal law is clear.
Federal law is clear. You know why? Because interstates are federal. A driver who cannot sufficiently read or speak English, our national language, and understand road signs is unqualified to drive a commercial motor vehicle in America. Who would have a problem with that? Gina, do you have a problem with it? I'm talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question again? I was looking at the rest area over here. What was the question again?
It says federal law is clear. Law. A driver who cannot sufficiently read or speak English, our national language, and understand road signs is unqualified to drive a commercial motor vehicle in America.
Oh, no, I don't have a problem with that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Illinois has been giving these out like candy.
The DOT president is deep in Florida right now. The DOT and they are deep, and ICE. ICE is deep. Every what is it? The way station is turning into an ICE station. Make sure you're speaking in English and you understand the signs.
Oh, damn, what's going to happen with Greg? Because he's from upstate New York. They're going to think he's from Canada.
Oh, yeah, they're going to read his plate. They're going to call him in and ask him to read.
Yeah. No, they'll just ask him to read. Could you imagine them kicking him up to Canada? He'd have to go live with Pat for a while.
Driver who cannot sufficiently read or speak English, our national language, and understand road signs is unqualified to drive a commercial motor vehicle in America. From the Inland Empire to Los Angeles, truck drivers say communication is crucial when they're behind the wheel of an oversized truck with heavy cargo.
It can be very difficult, but in this country we have a lot of benefits, like you could go to school and learn English for free.
The Department of Transportation's Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration says they have documented cases where drivers' inability to read signs and speak the language may have contributed to a series of fatal accidents.
Do you feel confident enough to?
Why? Yeah.
Well, it's really not an opinion. It's the insurance rates. We know that when someone doesn't understand the signs, accidents will happen. I mean, we've seen it. Right, Gina?
Right.
AKA Respects Pickles said, sorry, but you all came on boats as immigrants running for freedom. The ones here are original or indigenous. I see what you're saying. Respects Pickles. What tribe are you from? What tribe are you from? Because my grandfather, on my father's side, they settled land. Okay. My granny, on my father's side, her and her whole family escaped Germany. Oh, so you're African? Okay. I'm going to explain to you. They went through Ellis Island. They got inoculated. They had fingerprints, and then they were given work visas. So I don't quite understand what your argument is. I'm going to put the link down and you can come up and talk to me. I want to understand what your argument is. I don't have the payphone booth from Bill and Ted's adventure to go back and change things. Okay? I don't. And I the only boat I go on is at Ulaga Lake, Keystone Lake, or sometimes with my friends around the Gaylord Hotel. So what do you want me to do for you? Gina, can you answer this question?
I didn't hear what her question was. I got a car going like 40 miles on the damn 70 in front of me, so I'm paying attention to the road, you guys. But what was her question? I'm sorry.
Said, sorry, but you all came on boats as immigrants running for freedom. The ones here are originally an indigenous.
I don't understand what that has to do with being an illegal coming up and getting a CDL.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Well, I cannot stand the what about people. I can't stand it. Well, what about this? What about this? What about this? It's like our minds are brilliant, okay? Well, some aren't. And we can think about more than one thing at a time. We can have like one topic that we can think about and we can discuss. AKA Respects Pickles said, not saying that, but land settlements were after. Okay, hold on. I hate to do this, but I'm just going to have to.
No, not you. Not you. Your organization's terrible. Your organization's terrible. Let's go. Go ahead. Quiet. Quiet. Go ahead. She's asking a question. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to give you a question. I'm not going to give you a question. You are fake news.
Stupid fuck.
I say yes. I can say yes. Yeah, I feel it.
For Diaz, she hopes this change will improve safety on the road.
I understand that we came to another country we adapted to the new rules or new culture and everything. We got that.
And coming back to this popular rest stop here in the Inland Empire, I have to tell you, Trump's executive order rolls back the Obama-era policy implemented back in June of 2016, where inspectors were told not to take out commercial drivers who did not meet the language requirement. Now, the Transportation Department has 60 days to issue the new guidance on this issue. We are live in Yurko Valley. Christian Casares.
Nothing's going to happen. You know why? This is not about immigration. It's about public safety. So I'm going to end the show this way. Gina, I've been wanting you on the show for a long time, and now you're here. Can everyone please give a shout out to my best friend, Gina?
Hello, everyone. Yeah, she tricked me this time. She tricked me. I didn't even know I was on the show, but it's okay. It's all good.
Oh, it's great. You have more. You have more people than I do. They love it. Tell everybody about your TikTok channel.
Oh, it's just a TikTok. It's Miss Trucker 2. I mean, my content is not really that great. I just chill, do whatever. Sometimes I come on live. Sometimes I want, but yeah. I mean, it's Miss Trucker 2 if you guys want to check out my content. I don't have like major content or anything like that. It's just a chill mode, good vibe channel.
Oh, I love it personally. We love you. Everyone,
Yeah.
Say, we love you. All right. Here's my send off.
Roll on highway, roll on along, roll on daddy till you get back home. Roll on family, roll on crew, roll on mama like I asked you to do. And roll on 18-wheeler, roll on, roll on. Well, it's Monday morning, he's kissing mama goodbye. He's up and gone with the sun. Daddy drives an 18-wheeler, and he's off on a Midwest run. And three sad faces gather around mama. They ask her when daddy's coming home. Daddy drives an 18-wheeler, and they sure miss him when he's gone. Yeah, they do. Ah, but he calls them every night and tells them that he loves them. He taught them this song to sing. Roll on highway, roll on along, roll on daddy till you get back home. Roll on family, roll on crew, roll on mama like I asked you to do. And roll on 18-wheeler, roll on, roll on. Well, it's Wednesday evening, mama's waiting by the phone. It rings, but it's not his voice. Seems the highway patrol has found a jackknifed rig in a snowbank in Illinois. But the driver was missing and the search had been abandoned, 'cause the weather had everything stalled. And they had checked all the houses and the local motels. When they had some more news, they'd call. And she told him when they found him to tell him that she loved him. And she hung up the phone singing, roll on highway, roll on along, roll on daddy till you get back home.